Hey guys, it's me, EODGamerz here. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you this amulet that you see over here, why I think it's actually a lot better than Astramentis for a lot of us. Now, better is very subjective. What I exactly mean by better? For the lower end of players getting into the game, you don't have a huge ton of resources. This Tenebrias amulet is actually great in terms of cost efficiency. Now, hold your horses here. Let me show you why. So if we go over here into the online, this trade website, right now, an Astramentis is going for approximately an uncorrupted one with about 100 attributes. It's going for around 117 divines. This is extremely expensive. So total stats you're getting for each line is about 116? About 110, 116, depends on how you see it, for 100 plus divines. So one divine per attribute. That's crazy expensive. But if I go over here into this filter, I just search Tenebrias Amulet here and I search for all attributes, dexterity, strength, intelligence, 4-liners over here, and I don't even put a criteria and I just go ahead and click search. If you are just looking for attributes, look at the amount of attributes you can get for these. This one is giving you approximately around 25, minimum 25 attributes each because of it's like 27, I guess. 11 plus 16, 27 each of them. Strength and intelligence is a lot more. So for 27 stats, it costs us only 13 chaos, which is super efficient. And of course, you might be saying, EOD, of course, on the lower end, no one needs so little stats. People only care about a huge amount of stats. And this is where it becomes even more amazing. Let's say you only care about dexterity and intelligence. Let's just say that you are maybe playing a Hoa build, or that's what you scale off with. You can just simply put in 20 intelligence, 20 dexterity, and just click search. Now you see the amount of stats that you get. For here, this one over here, dexterity 38, intelligence 28, it starts to get about 41, 50 plus for 7 divines. And as we go down, you can see this last one over here, it gives you approximately half an Astramentis. But of course, it's charging like 600. But that will be the higher end of things. I'll talk about that in a bit. But you can see over here, 7 divines, 40 plus, approximately 50 plus, almost half. Here you get dexterity, intelligence, another 18 here. So also approximately around like 40 plus for 20 divines. Is in terms of cost value, is a lot more efficient. If you just want stats as well, you can get really good ones for even lesser. And if you don't even need like all attributes, if you were to remove all attributes over here and you search, for example, like 30 and 30, you can get really nice ones that are going for like super cheap prices. So this is super great. I think it's worth considering for any of you who haven't explored this area before. The reason, some of you might be wondering, EOD, everyone knows that you can get attributes on amulets. What makes this particular amulet so special? So first of all, your normal amulets here can only give you 3 lines in the suffix, which is attributes, strength, intelligence, and you miss out the last line over there. So an amulet like this, which gives you 2 additional prefixes, is very fantastic because right now you can get not only a 3-liner attributes. Let's say I had a really good one, a good RNG here. This maximum regeneration line became, for example, all attributes of 25 and above and stuff like that. This over here, a 3-liner of dexterity of max roll intelligence, would be half an Astramentis with the optionality, another option to get a +3 to skill levels, which is very overpowered in terms of damage line. And at the same time, you can get a nice prefix like this one, a 50 spirit prefix max roll as well, which Astramentis does not offer. So you sacrifice half the stats, but you get a lot of it back in terms of other things, for example like spirit, for example like projectile skills, minion skills, because a minion user maybe don't really care too much about attributes. You can get half of it is good enough, and then you can stack on, for example, projectile skills, spirits, and stuff like that, which is a lot more useful. This is very underrated. I think it's worth paying attention to. Of course, it's really strong. These are not the only amulets. The logic, some of you are starting to be a bit quicker ones, are starting to get it already. You kind of understand like what's the value of this because you can combine a +3 level with a lot of attributes lines together in one. Other ones like this one, you can only have your 3-liner attributes and you don't get that plus projectile skills, plus minion skills, plus spell skills and stuff like that, which is really strong. So my advice, especially if you're watching this video slightly early on, you have notifications turned on, you have the bell hit as well. What I want you to do is come into the Tenebrias amulet over here, Of course, you can come in and search depending on what your class is. Let's say we are looking for minion skills here, which in my opinion is probably the best out of all of them. I like to go for non-corrupted. If you want to go for corrupted ones, it might be cheaper, but I like to adjust my amulets at times. So search for minion skills. I like to search, for example, +3. I think it's really, really good because these are super strong. And you can see here, there are huge amounts of them already, going for like 1 divine. In fact, if you are able to fracture, buy this up for 1 divine over here. And I'm just going to teach you a quick bonus for those of you who are watching to this point in the video as well. A quick bonus that I like to do is, if you're wondering how do I get such godly rolls, because this one over here is really, really nice. The key is actually to fracture that +3 level of skills. And how I would do it is just simply going to this, based on average. Let's just say average RNG. You have 1, 2 over here, 1 divine, 1 divine. And let's just say you buy out these 2 other ones as well. So you buy 4 of them. If it's a 4-liner, on average, 1 of them will become. If it's not a 4-liner, 6 of them on average, 1 will become if you have average mediocre luck. What do I mean by that is because you have to use a fracturing orb and have an RNG of hitting. So let's say I buy out these 2 cheapest ones and I fracture them. If my minion skills +3 gets fractured, it's a huge, huge W. If not too much loss, just dumping back on the market for 1 divine. You don't really lose too much in terms of resources. You do lose 1 fracturing orb, but at least your downside, you kind of know where it is. Your upside is very, very high. Look at this guy selling this for 118 divines. It's beautiful though, like really high spirit roll with triple attributes as well as like minion skills +3. This is crazy strong. Some people might even argue this is maybe more useful than an Astramentis for a minion player. Let me know what you guys think as well. But of course, this is not the only one. You can buy 2 of these, try to fracture it and try to craft it yourself. You don't even have to use omens. You can just use chaos orbs. It's way better. Another one that I really like as well is going through projectile skills. If you go into a projectile skills +3, the reason why these are really good is because it's very difficult to get these on a particular amulet as here. People don't really know that. People that don't really watch this video, they don't really understand the value. It's very, very difficult to get projectile skills +3, minion skills +3 stuff on this amulet. It's so difficult. And it's really, really, very insane. So like this, you can see just a naked one here is already 8 divines, 10 divines, because people know the value of this thing. This is really, really insane, especially for projectile skills also. It's really, in my opinion, at the higher end, is better than Astramentis. So something like this, if you can pick up 1 or 2, you get lucky, you are able to fracture that projectile skills line, you can guarantee pretty much a max spirit line as long as you have enough chaos orbs along with it, or basically any second line that you're looking for. And then the rest does become a bit of RNG, which we do talk about on our channel, how to craft a really good one that you see. Other things, for those of you who are watching to this point, some good ones also is apart from the obvious melee skills, right? And apart from spell skills, which is also really great. Some people want to lock in that spirit line. You can easily just come in, find the spirit line, especially if you're using just a Tenebrias amulet. The nice part about fixing your prefix early on, if you fracture the prefix, is everything else is a suffix line. So you don't really care about everything else. You just try to fracture this 50 spirit line like this guy over here, and then you just keep chaosing until you find something that's nice in the suffix. So this is another really, really good tip that what people are doing as well. Finding the valuable lines, fracturing them on this beautiful Tenebrias amulet. Some people even go for max resistance lines, which is also really an option available. Really strong. You can customize so many things with this thing. I think it's really fantastic. Let me know your thoughts in this video comments below as well. And if you found this video helpful, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you have the notifications turned on so you get this information earlier the next time, the next league, and every league to come. See you guys in the next video.